Welcome to my next video in my product launch series. If you've missed the others, then go back to my playlists and find the product launch series and watch from the beginning, as it's packed with useful information and it's designed to guide you through releasing your own skincare or cosmetic products from scratch, basically from concept to launch. If that's something you're interested in, then keep watching. Today I'm talking about the responsible person. I've done a video on this topic already, so I'll link that down below for you. The responsible person is the name and address on the packaging and the individual/entity that has notified the product. This is a legal responsibility and requirement under the regulations, and it is not optional. The responsible person, or RP for short, is just that, responsible. The RP has to keep the CPSR, this is your safety report, create the product information file, PIF, and keep that safe, hold product records, be contactable in the event of any issues, report the product on the cosmetics portal, and keep up to date with any regulation changes, updating the PIF and portal notifications as needed. The address and contact information of the RP must be clearly visible on the product label. Oddly enough, this is a stumbling block for most small businesses making bath products and skincare or cosmetics. They make them or they buy them in at their home. This would mean putting your home address on the packaging for all customers to see, which is not ideal. If you have premises to work from, then great, you can use that address, so long as that is where you store your PIF. If you don't want to have your address on your products, then there are other options. Number one would be to buy in white label products where the manufacturer remains the RP and submits the products to the portal with your branding. They keep the PIF, etc., meaning that all you need to do is sell the item. Number two would be to hire someone to be your official RP. So let's talk about option two and what that would involve. So option two requires quite a bit of faith in your ability to sell and to make a profit, as it is an investment. You still need to stability test, and you still need to obtain a CPSR and all the documentation and create your labels. But the company or person acting as the RP on your behalf will provide their name and address for the labels, create the PIF for you, keep all records, do a compliance review of your labels, any claims you're intending to make about the product, and check over your stability test data. And then they will report your products on the UK and/or EU cosmetic portals. Their ongoing duties as RP remain the same. It will include maintaining the PIF, maintaining the portal entries, doing an annual review of ingredients, legislation changes over time, and this may mean that some ingredients become banned or usage rates change, and it's the RP's job to stay informed and also do an annual review of any claims that have been made. Ultimately, they're responsible for your product, which is a fair responsibility to take on and therefore comes with a proportionate fee. This is usually charged as a fee for initial setup, PIF creating and reporting, and then an annual fee to maintain and do annual updates and checks. It is still your responsibility to provide them with any information on any new products or changes to existing ones. There are many people and labs who offer these services, but I'm going to shout out Cam from the cosmeticregulator.com. She's been incredibly helpful over email, and her Instagram is packed full of information, so please do go and follow her. Her Instagram is @thecosmeticregulator, so go follow her over there. Cam is a member of the UK Trade Association for Cosmetics, the CTPA. You can see all the services that she offers on her website. I'll link that below. What she does is help those wanting to go into market in the UK and EU, and now with the new MOCRA regulations for the USA. If you would prefer to have someone act as RP for your brand, I suggest dropping Cam an email and chatting through your options. This video isn't sponsored by her, I just recommend her, and I deem her a very reliable and trustworthy source for information on all things cosmetic regulations. Once you've got yourself clued up on the regulations that you need to follow, and considered your budget for being either your own RP or for having an outside party like Cam do this for you, you will need to factor this into your pricing and think about sales forecasts. It's great having someone do the RP work for you, but if your sales and marketing efforts aren't great and you sell only a few products a month, the cost of having an RP really isn't feasible at this point in time. However, if you are up on your marketing, create a stir about your products prior to launch, or have a loyal following already, you can comfortably predict that selling a certain amount of your product each month or each week, make sure you can happily manufacture enough, then the cost of the outsourced RP will be well worth your while, as they will free up a significant amount of your time that you can then spend making products. I'll leave this with you as something to consider. It's a bit of a big decision this one, so my advice would be to go away this week and watch my regulations videos along with doing your own research, including following the Cosmetic Regulator on Instagram, and really get to know what is expected from you in terms of complying with the regulations as your RP. Once you know what's expected of you, you can make the best decision possible as to whether doing this yourself or hiring someone is a better option. Only you can know the answer to that. Don't forget, this series is all being added to a specific playlist, so you can go back and watch from the start if you miss any. A printable version of this script will also be available on Patreon, linked below, along with all the links to the Cosmetic Regulator so that you can check out what she has to offer. Thanks to everyone for watching, and thanks to all my patrons. A special thanks to my VIP patrons shown here, and I'll see you in the next video where I show you how I make my labels.